Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really high-stakes investment opportunity. It's a plan that tackles a huge crisis in commercial real estate by turning the actual skin of office towers into massive profit engines. Yeah, you heard that right.
All right, so let's get right into it. First, we gotta talk about a huge problem that property developers, well, everywhere, are dealing with. It's a fundamental shift that's literally changing the skylines of our cities.
So if you're an owner of commercial real estate, this question, it's probably keeping you up at night. The old way of doing things, just relying on long-term office leases, well, that model is in serious trouble.
And this is a pretty sobering number. We're not talking about a small dip in occupancy here. The data we're looking at points to a future where, seriously, most of the office space in our biggest cities could just be empty.
So why is this happening? Well, it's kind of like a perfect storm of global trends, right? You've got the whole work-from-home thing, which is here to stay. Then there's AI, which is replacing a lot of office jobs. And on top of all that, companies are slashing costs by getting rid of their expensive office space. It's a triple whammy.
But what if the answer isn't inside the building at all? What if it's right there on the outside, hiding in plain sight? What if a tower's most underused asset, its own face, its facade, could actually become its most profitable part?
And this is the big idea from OTTIMEDIA. Imagine turning the entire face of a building into a gigantic, transparent, digital advertising screen. You're basically creating a brand new, incredibly valuable asset from something that was, well, just glass and steel before.
Now here's the kicker. This isn't just about making a little extra cash on the side. The claim here is that this advertising revenue could generate exponentially more money than the entire building's office rental income. Think about that for a second. It's a total game changer.
Okay, let's talk money, because this is where a cool idea becomes a whoa, wait a minute kind of opportunity, especially if you're a developer or an investor.
So the startup capital needed to get what they're calling a top project worldwide off the ground is somewhere between $6 and $9 million. That's the whole nut they say is required to build out this global network.
And here is a key advantage. This completely flips the script on cash flow. You're not waiting around for monthly rent checks. Instead, advertisers pay for the entire year in advance. We're talking $200,000 to $500,000 per client, paid upfront within 1 week, all the cash right away.
So what does that do for returns? Well, let's put it in perspective. Most big companies are happy to see a 10 to 30% return over a few years. This model, it's designed to get you back at least 3 times your investment within a matter of weeks. The speed is just incredible.
And then there's this number, 3,000%. That's the potential return they're projecting in just a few months. It's specifically aimed at innovative developers. And look, that's a number you almost never see in any business.
Now, let's zoom out and look at the global picture. In the very first year, the projected worldwide revenue is somewhere between $180 million and a staggering $900 million. And that's just year one.
Okay, so you might be wondering, what's in it for the actual building owners? Well, the whole model is built to be a massive win-win, creating some really powerful synergies. It's a pretty sweet deal for tower owners. First, they get guaranteed rent, at least $200,000 a year, and that goes up by 20% every year. Plus, they get a 20% commission for any advertisers they bring in. And think about it, the buzz around the building is going to attract new tenants. Your building goes from a potential problem to a world-famous landmark. But why would advertisers jump on this so fast? It all comes down to a crazy smart pricing strategy. Get this, a big ad space in Times Square could cost a company $24 million a year. OTTIMEDIA's model? They charge just $200,000 for a prime spot. That's 120 times cheaper. The idea is to make it an absolute no-brainer, so these spots get booked up instantly.
And don't think that low price means low growth. Just look at the forecast for a single building. It starts at maybe $30 million in year 1 and climbs to almost $500 million by year 5. That's because once the network is full, the plan is to start raising the ad rates every year.
So, with these kinds of huge projections, everything comes down to one last, crucial piece of the puzzle, finding the right partners to actually build this thing.
And they're being very clear about who they're looking for. This is a call out to innovative real estate developers.
The ones who don't just want to weather the storm, but actually want to use this moment to find explosive, immediate growth.
So it really boils down to this one question, doesn't it? If you're a developer or a building owner and you're watching your property struggle, is this the kind of disruptive, game-changing opportunity you've been waiting for?
And there it is, the direct call to action. They're on the hunt for reliable stakeholders, people ready to put up that $6 to $9 million in funding to get this global network up and running. So if you're thinking this might be for you, here are the details. The funding needed is that $6 to $9 million. There's a 5% brokerage commission paid out. But the real prize? You become a stakeholder in the entire worldwide network. That means free advertising for yourself across all locations, and, of course, a piece of that exponential profit growth.
And that's our breakdown of the OTTIMEDIA project. It's a really bold plan, for sure, with a radical solution to this empty office crisis. It leaves you with a big question, though. Are we about to see our city skylines transform from just buildings into living, breathing, commercial canvases?